Okay, it's 8 o'clock on the dot, and I'm just trying to figure out if I should have the hat or no hat. I opted for the no hat. Oh, I don't know. Okay, we'll do no hat and a bit of lip gloss, right? Okay. Right. So, Chapman says hat. Okay. He says hat. Oh. He or she? He. Yeah, he says hat. Okay. Let's see. So this is with no hat. And then this is with hat. Got my Erykah Badu on. I don't know. Okay. Let's do no hat. Just for tonight. Because I think I did hat the other night. Okay. So happy Saturday, everyone. I was inspired to do this Instagram live thing because everyone's doing it. But also because it's quite fun and I don't really get to interact with everybody as much as I should. So I'm here and I thought that it would be a great way to get a couple of topics from everyone and just sift through them and just, chat about it. Currently, I am having some Jameson for tonight's Instagram Live, and we are going to go through some really, really cool suggestions from girls and guys, and just sort of like go through a couple of my personal faves during the lockdown, all right? So feel free to send me questions, send me messages, feel free to comment. I did my own makeup this evening. Very difficult. Whew. And apparently I was told that my eyebrows are not the same. Like they don't start at the same point. Fuck. Okay, cool. So just thought I'd slap on this oversized shirt and just hang out for like an hour or so. All right. So much love to everybody who has decided to tune in. And like I said, feel free. This is uncensored. We're just going to have a good time, just talk a bunch of shit and also get real. I think that's the biggest element that I'd like to just throw in there. All right. And yes, Queen _ you're totally right about the eyebrows thing. Holla back. So, a couple of days ago, I asked everyone on Instagram, like, what really cool topics we could sort of go through. And most of the topics and suggestions were about the lockdown and, how to cope during the lockdown. Then there were also some like industry topics, which I think I go through in every interview that I do, whether it's on television, whether it's on Instagram. So I think today I'd like to just stay away from the industry type of topics, if that's okay. I don't know. You get to decide the narrative. You get to decide which way the conversation will go. So, before I get down to it, I'd just like to give a big shout out to everybody who's tuned in. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for taking out some time out of your evening to hang out with me. Let's have fun, right? So I want to just like get straight into it. I think that's probably the best thing to do. There was one really cool suggestion from a lovely lady who spoke about mental health during COVID-19. Whew. Not an expert on mental health, not a psychologist, nor am I a psychiatrist. But I'm so grateful, first and foremost, to be doing the lockdown with my loved ones. I don't say I would hate to have been on my own, but I think that for those of you who are fortunate enough to be with your family, that's great. you know? It's such a strange, like, time that we're going through, you know? We are literally looking at our lives and having to change practically everything, right? So I think for people who have been doing this lockdown on their own, I know for a fact that it's been challenging. I know for a fact that, you know, it's probably been quite detrimental, I suppose, to their, I don't know, not so much to their health, but maybe like more so to their psyche, right? Because, you know, I find myself every day having conversations, just being on my own, but having the noise and the buzz around me, which I think is so important, you know, knowing that things are not the same, but they're still the same because I have my loved ones around me, right? And I think by now we've probably kind of lost track of all the things we could possibly do. But I think one thing that we should probably really try and focus on is, first of all, our craft. Like, what are we really good at and how can we better the things that we're good at, right? And if you don't know, make a list. Like, what am I good at? What am I not good at? What have people told me that I'm good at, but do I love it, right? If there are things that you've always wanted to try, I think you should go for it and do it. You know what I mean? And one of the things that I have tried to do during the lockdown is my makeup. So I literally called up my makeup artist and I said, hey, what are the things that I need for a good face beat? You know, and she gave me a bunch of things to buy. I sat in the loo and, you know, watched a tutorial for like an hour and tried to do it. And that's one of the things that I'd really like to perfect. One of the things that I'd really like to, you know, come out of this lockdown and say, yeah, I made it happen, right? So it can be anything, learning a new language, learning how to do your makeup, learning how to cook. I think, you know, we all got to eat. So why not just try and, you know, make a good oxtail or, okay, oxtail, let's just keep it simple. Maybe like not trying to fuck up a fried egg. That's probably like where we should start. So do not fuck up the egg. Then we can move on to things like pasta or maybe noodles, you know? So let's not fuck up an egg and let's not fuck up noodles either. You know what I mean? So I think just from like a mental health point of view, it's so important just to stay positive. It's so important to keep yourself busy. It's also important to remember that you're not alone. Like, the whole world is going through this whole thing, right? Everybody's experiencing, you know, this pandemic, this lockdown, and I don't think life will ever be the same, right? I even find myself going to the grocery store every week, and everyone has a mask. It's so crazy. Everybody has a mask. Everybody is like morbid. Everybody's like not trying to crash into each other and shit, you know? So it's really crazy how the world has changed, how the world is changing. And I'd like to think it's for the better. I'd like to think that, you know, we're going to come out of here better human beings, right? I'm going to start with like my sort of lockdown emotions and vibes, I guess. So a lot of self-discovery, a shitload of introspection, you know, like things like, am I a good mother? You know, am I good in the kitchen? Am I good in bed? Those are things, you know, gotta be thinking about, right? Am I, you know, as OCD as I've always claimed to be? Yes, I am, because I wake up every day and I still want to clean. I wake up every day and I still want to tidy up, right? So it's also a great time to think about you as an individual, right? And if you haven't done that, like I really, you know, urge everybody to do that. It's about self-discovery, you know, self-growth, self-understanding, right? Fuck everybody who said, you know, that you're an asshole or whatever. Like, it's okay to be an asshole, but if you look at yourself in the mirror, right? And I've said this before, if you look in yourself or look at yourself in the mirror, that's what it is. Like, this is who I see, this is who I am, and it is what it is. You know, no one can just come here and tell you shit. You understand? So, I think let's remain positive. Let's continue, checking up on one another. I think that's also so important. Like I was never a fan of Zoom. Like, what is this Zoom thing? And I find myself, getting onto Zoom with my mom and my younger brother, and even getting all the siblings together, and really just trying to make sure they're okay. So that's everybody's homework from I think, now let's start now. Check up on each other, and right. I did say, like, you can feel free to chip in if you disagree. That's cool. We'll have a conversation. If you think I'm talking shit, let me know. I would like to think that I know a little bit about everything. So, it's nice to always give a bit of an opinion here and there. Know what I mean? Okay. So big shout out to the madame who suggested the topic about mental health. Even if you are with your family and it is difficult, that's also normal. Because we do want to be out there. We do want to, be on the road, be on the streets. We want to see people. It's normal. But trust me, we're going to come out of this thing better human beings. And. Okay, cool. So I probably should have prepared for this a little bit more, and maybe had a chart here, a flow chart, or a whiteboard or whatever, with all of my topics and things like that. But there was another really cool topic that came out. I'm just getting my here. There's a really cool topic that came from Tembu 12, who suggested that we chat about relationships, communication hurdles, and things like that during lockdown. So I guess today is a lockdown seminar, so to speak. Okay. So before we move on to that, shout out to Monday, who says, I've started perfecting my animation skills. That's really, really awesome. See, so if there's something that you've always dreamed of doing, this is the best time to work on your craft, perfect your skills, do research, try different things, try different styles. I don't know what goes into animation, but if you've been drawing, I don't know, animals all your life, maybe, get into something different and try drawing people. If that doesn't work out, try again. If you really suck, maybe go back to the other one and really just perfect your craft. Because I think often we don't do that. We don't look at ourselves and say, fuck, I'm really good at this, but how can I be better, right? Okay, Dizzle is asking if I can make mkhodu. That's a no. But I'm pretty sure that you just put in a pot, faga salt, and that's it. Oh, the most important part is to clean it. Clean it. I can make a mean pop, right? So yeah, if there's mkhodu, make the mkhodu, I'll do the pop. I'll handle the pop. Okay, cool. So awesome topic, relationships and communication during the lockdown. I thought about it and I thought maybe, it wouldn't be a bad idea to sing during my Instagram. Woo! Okay, cool. So I am doing the lockdown with my partner. I always say partner. I don't know, if I shouldn't. Boyfriend, soon to be. I was actually thinking, how dope would the picture be if there is a ring on this hand? So we've got the DW, and then we've got this thing, and then now imagine if we just, I don't know, I wouldn't dare putting a fake one, but let's just see. Okay, so now imagine. Hello. See? You see the vision. You see the vision. So shout out to Future, please call Future Bay. Okay, cool. Fuck that. So, yeah, I'm doing the lockdown with my other half. Yeah, let's say other half. And I don't even want to lie. There have been some really, really shitty, tough moments that I wouldn't take back, that I'm really, really grateful for, right? And just to take you through the whole process, you know, my partner and I decided, let's do the lockdown together. My kids are here. And there's literally, you know, so much chaos from when the sun rises until, you know, like even I'm asleep, right? But the two of us decided from the first day of the lockdown that we will write each other a letter. So every single day I write a letter, he writes a letter, and we always like write the day, and we draw a little picture, and inside the letter we talk about how we felt on that particular day, whether we had a fight, whether we didn't. And the beautiful thing about this is that no matter how tense things are in the house, we stick to writing this letter every single night, right? And somehow it just breaks the motherfucking ice. Like, it just makes things that much more beautiful in terms of like the makeup, right? So because this is my IG, because it's uncensored, because we're just like doing this thing free willy, if that makes sense, I'm gonna share one of the letters with you, right? So we keep it here, and this is 49 letters that we've written to each other during lockdown, right? So I don't want to fuck up the ribbon, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Don't fuck up the order. Must be in numerical order. Okay, actually I probably shouldn't have done that, but anyway. So these are 49 letters that we've written to each other during the lockdown, and this is like within my relationship. So I suppose if you're with your siblings or whatever the case is, you can do it as well, and it can be different every day. You know, you can talk about you know, how you felt on that particular day. You can talk about a lesson that you learned. You can talk about, you know, how you didn't like what the other person did. You can talk about, you know, how excited you are for the future, or how grateful you are to have, you know, that person in your life. So, I mean, this was yesterday's letter. So there's always like a nice drawing in the front, cuddles, right? And then I was a bit naughty the other day, and then, you know, did that. I mean, you can definitely see what the fuck is going on there. Oof. Okay, so I'd like to actually read one of my letters, if that's okay. And I think I'll read this one. You know, a little bit risque, but yeah. So a letter a day during the lockdown between me and my partner. So I drew my picture, right? And I wrote about the love language, right? So I just put a whole bunch of words and then very nice position. And then on the back, I said, there is nowhere I'd rather be than here with the person I fell in love with. I love you so much. This is yoga. Oh my goodness. Right. So I'm going to read the letter for you. Okay. And I can't draw for shit, guys. So don't now go and tell your friends. All right, cool. So day 48, which was yesterday's letter. So I said, so I put my partner's name at the top, and I said that he's coming to the rescue, right? So I said that could mean an array of things, but most importantly, that you coming home to me makes everything just feel all right, right? Today was such a tough day for me, and I still can't believe the blunder I made. This is work-related shit. But what I do know is that everyone will be understanding if I'm honest, and they can see that there is a genuine mistake that I made. I cried so much this morning, and I so wish that I had you right next to me, to hold me, to comfort me, just know that whenever you have such days too, I will always be there to advise you, guide you, comfort you, and hold you. Oh my fuck! I'm so happy that we get to hang out tonight, be next to each other, have dinner together, talk about each other's day, and. The Rocky was explosive last night. Oh my goodness, the rocking was explosive last night. I'm happy that we are in a good space. Our motto or mantra is move on, stick to the usual writing of letters, and always check on each other. Thank you for being my rock. I love you always. That's my letter, man. And my handwriting is fucking amazing, just like to say. So that's like one of the elements that we've added, not just to our relationship, but also like to the lockdown. And like I said, no matter what happens, you know, you gotta write your letter. If it's your turn, you gotta write your motherfucking letter. Know what I mean? Cool. Jesus. Okay, I did say that, you know, I'm not an expert at a lot of things, but that's like one of the really cool things that you can do in your relationship, you know, like, babe, let's start writing each other letters. And like, it does seem, you know, really cheesy at first, but it's so incredible how, you know, as soon as you start writing, everything just like comes out, you know, you just write, you know, how the day was, what you're feeling, you know, how, you know, work was, how the people at work have treated you, you know, how they coping. So Edward says, I try to implement this with my partner after seeing it from you guys. She laughed at me. And that was it. It's okay. How about you write a letter, Edward? You make the first move, right? And it can be, I mean, as crazy as, you know, drawing a picture in the front. I mean, I'm trying to find another one. Like, this one is really cool. So, Babes is at home, bored as fuck, right? I mean, he's there at the table. He's got his Heineken. He's, like, sitting outside, also bored as fuck, you know, and he's there just all sad. And then here I come. Babes, I'm home. And I've got fucking groceries from Checkers and Woolworths. And, I mean, he's even, like, put my pink hair in there. Isn't that dope? Fuck, what a legend. You know? And then, I mean, on the other hand, here I am just like writing a whole bunch of words and reasons why I love him, right? So every day is different. Use it, don't use it, you know. Jody _ O'Block says you can compile a novel through this exercise. Absolutely. I would actually like to frame all of this, you know. But that's also a really cool idea, right? The book thing. Book in the making. And I mean, of course, there'll be one person in the relationship. There's always that one asshole in the relationship that thinks, you know, your ideas are shit. But I mean, like, it's the lockdown. What have you got to lose? You know, make it fun. I mean, it's a bit late. I mean, you guys should have started on day one, but it's okay. Cool. So in terms of relationships during lockdown, you know, try something like, you know, writing letters. I mean, when I go to the store, I've got my mask, I've got my hand sanitizer. Speaking of which, I probably should do this, isn't it? And I've got my list. Oh, it's not the best, but anyway, I've got my list. And you know, I'm calling my other half from the store, and I'm like, you know, babe, is it this, you know, and I'm showing him, like, you know, what's happening in the store. So constant communication is really, really important. Even if you just saw your partner 5 minutes ago, you know, it's an experience. It's like, fuck, excuse me, you're at home and I'm out there with the other vultures, with this corona, like, it is fucked up. And, you know, you've got to share that with your partner, you know, share the experience, right? So to those of you, we're just going to fucking move on, who are thirsty. I feel your pain just a little bit, right? I don't normally, drink Bacardi and things like that. I think I've said this a few times. I love my Johnny Walker Double Black, but it is the lockdown, so we're also forced to just have whatever. I watched this really strange video today about this guy in Cape Town who was literally talking about every single brand of cigarettes that he's been smoking, brands he's never even fucking heard of. I'm gonna show you one. I'm gonna do this. This is like a Sam show. So judge me, don't judge me, have fun with me, laugh with me. I'm gonna show you. All right. So if there's anybody who has seen this before, please tell me. Right? It is called Super Match King Size Filter Cigarettes. And of course smoking is a health risk, but I think this particular thing is really shocking. So if everybody says they've never heard of that brand, you're not alone. I'm the one that's smoking it. Okay, cool. Dizzle says, what are you wearing under that shirt? Oh my goodness. Okay. Right. Cool. So I really want to go back to some of the other topics that were shared the other day. Again, thanks to everybody who's hanging out with me. This is like a tell-all, off the cuff, first time live during lockdown type of situation, lockdown. So believe you me, when I come on Instagram live again, it will be the same, but just a little bit different, right? So cool. We spoke about the mental health thing. We touched on the relationships and communication during lockdown. There was another one from Zanny who spoke about motherhood, right? And I will definitely get back to the radio topics and things like that, right? So motherhood is absolutely incredible. I love being a mom. And I think that the perception out there is that, if you're young and, maybe you're in the industry or whatever the case is, your life has to 100% come to a standstill with that, which I think is absolute bullshit. I think it's absolute dog shit. And the reason why I'm saying that is because becoming a mother or even a dad, it actually makes you a better person. I think it makes you more patient. I think it makes you more responsible, right? It's like a portion of people who just really don't care. But it makes you think twice about certain decisions that you make, right? So we can still party, we can still have fun, we can still, drink and hang out with our friends and come home at 4 a.m, right? But it changes because now you've got to think of other things before you do that, right? So, okay, cool, shitty example. I'm going to make sure that my fridge is full before I leave the house, right? I'm going to make sure that I've bought groceries before I spend money on alcohol or shopping or whatever the case is, right? So we can still live our lives. We might not be able to go out and have sundowners at 6 because we're buying groceries. But best fucking believe when that is done, slight delay, when that's done, we can go and live our lives, So being a mother definitely has made me very responsible and it's made me think about, my children's lives and their well-being, right? And I've also become super patient, I think I'm still short of like being 100% patient, right? But, I've learned to be quite patient. I've learned to, not skip, bath time. Very crucial. And I think, sorry guys if I keep, fixing my hair. But I think that, with lockdown as well, it tests you as a parent, right? From homework to, I mean, my son is 2, well, one of my children is 2, and I mean, he's talking, but he's not talking, so being at home and hearing how, we all talk to each other and hearing the things that we say, repeating certain things, I mean, he's catching on, right? He's catching on, he's learning different things, he sees, all of these actions and habits that we have, and he's like, fuck, that's what's up. So the lockdown also, and being sort of in isolation, really, really teaches you a lot, and reminds you to also be careful about what you do, what you say, what you expose your children to, right? So motherhood is great, but definitely, the lockdown has brought a new dynamic and given me a new perspective on being a parent, right? So lockdown seminar. Like I said, feel free to send me questions and, share your thoughts on some of these topics and stuff like that. I'm pretty much, just, what's the word? Improvising here and, just taking it 1 minute at a time. I think the first 32 have been cool, right? Drinking Jameson on the rocks. I do know that if I pour the lime in here, woo, it's gonna get real shaky. And I think I might actually do that. I think I'm gonna definitely add a bit of lime in here, right? Cool. For whiskey, definitely. Okay, so you have to just excuse me 1 second. So this is the lime. So I don't know if this is a full shot, if not, we're just gonna add that in there. I mean, usually I do the measuring, but fuck it. Just YOLO type of thing. Shout out to Dumzozo. Do you want to have more kids? Yes. For the longest time, okay, I probably should measure this. For the longest time, I did say that the factory's closed, no more kids. But, oh yes, get in there. But I do like the idea of having a fresh baby. The idea of having a fresh baby is really exciting, and yeah, I would do it all over again, yeah, I would. I mean, there are like some really not so great, things about, pregnancy and that kind of stuff, already during COVID, we are picking up weight. Now imagine plus a baby, that's whew. That's an issue, right? So I'm gonna add some ice. Cool. Give me a second. One block of ice. Okay. I don't know if it counts, but I did put hand sanitizer on. Right. Cool. I felt really bad before this Instagram live because I didn't iron my shirt, and I felt like I might be disrespecting everybody because I didn't iron my shirt. But, it's not too bad, right? Cool. Yes. Let me not say we. A treadmill was ordered. A treadmill was ordered for the house. A treadmill was ordered. So it's being delivered next week, and I'm going to get my run on. I might even do an Instagram live from the treadmill. You know what I mean? Like while I'm running. I might do that. So Lee, this is so amazing. I saw that, I think it was Sansa who said that lime is for losers. It's actually fucking amazing. So Lee _ Joy 98. I'm going to get to the ironing thing. So Lee _ Joy 98 says, who did you make up? I did my makeup this evening. So I started with the eyebrows, right? I did the whole concealer thing and top, and then moved on to the, let me see if I really know. Then I moved on to the primer situation, did some foundation, then like, the concealer under the eyes here. I always see them doing here and here, and then I think it's like a darker concealer. I'm not sure what that's called. Then I know they do like a stroke here and a stroke, and then here. It's fucking crazy, like how people can just like do this makeup thing, the contour. Yeah, like I was trying to do the contour thing, and I don't think I killed it, and then I just remembered to put like shimmer on the nose, so I thanks for asking. I don't think I did too badly, right? I think I should add more gloss. So thanks, Lee, for that. I don't think I did a bad job. Know what I mean? I'm always like, fuck, everybody is Sam Lehoko, MUA, Mamosa_K, MUA. I'm just using random names, Carabello, MUA. Everyone's bio is MUA. So I'm like, fuck, how difficult can it be? Fuck, Sam Lehoko, makeup artist. So I'm like, fuck, let me do this, So, begged my other half. I said, babe, please can you invest in makeup? I promise I'll learn. And, babe did the damn thing. So I've got the products. Now I just need to really learn how to do my makeup nicely, But I don't think I did a bad job. I think I have a white nose. Could be better though. Right. So there's all this fucking talk about if I can iron or not. Yeah, I don't think I'm too bad. Like I can do, so here's the thing, actually. So Babs actually, once or twice he's asked me to iron his shirts, but I'm like, fuck, you're gonna wear a blazer anyway, so let me just iron this part. Yabo? The part where the blazer does not close. So it's like, if we're really gonna iron, let's just iron the section that people see. I mean, it's like, that is so smart. That is so smart, right? So I hope that answers the question about the ironing situation. Ooh! I'll switch out with my MAC cosmetics. That would be lovely. I actually really enjoy MAC products. They're really great. I love the MAC foundation. Absolutely love the MAC lip liners and lipstick. Holy shit. On my next live, I definitely love to like test out some lipsticks. MAC and I think Smashbox are really good. And then I've also tried some Bobbi Brown. Bought like 2 products, paid, because I was like, yes, let's do this. And then I still remember walking out of the store and I said to Babes, hey, let's check the receipt. And I was like, 2,000. I couldn't fucking believe it. It was 2,000 for like concealer. And I think the other thing was like a foundation. It's bad. So Discam, here I come. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can get like, a MAC replica from Discam. Know what I mean? Oh my goodness, fuck. There was another question about, if I can speak vernac or not. So I'm gonna give you like a, I think I should block this digital character. I think I must remove him here from this thing. But yes. So, fuck, what was I saying? I was saying something. I wanted to say something. I just forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the vernac thing, yes. So, I'm not sure who it was, but I was asked if I can speak vernac. So I'm going to give you like I'm just going to explain myself, right? I'm just going to put it out there. My mother is pure colored, right? She's great. Very educated, beautiful, has traveled the world. She completed her doctorate, and she's fantastic. If you need homework done, she'll correct it one time, and I do that. I won't even lie. Like, I'll write a couple of pages for work. I'll send it to her. Fuck, I probably shouldn't say that. But yeah, so she's great, right? And then my late dad is Sotho. We are the Mokwenas. So whenever you see that crocodile on the left, you know what's up. It's me. And I really wish that I was fluent in Sesotho, but, unfortunately I'm not. I don't want to sound like an asshole and say, at least, my sons are Karabelo and Amuhelang. But I just said it anyway. So, but yeah, I wish that, my parents, or at least my dad spoke more Sotho in the house, But shout out to the Mokwenas, the Lacostes, shout out to the clan. At least, I can sit here and be like, oh my goodness, my name is Samantha Mutsirisi Lihoko, and I'm part of the Mokwena clan. Not related to Tapels in any way, shape, or form. Surname is not Mokwena. So, yeah. But yes, I do think that I should probably start with some Sotho lessons. I don't even want to lie. Like, you can't just know the basics. Like, I'm sure if somebody walked in here, they're like, oh, Sam. Yeah, I'm sure I could just drop a few lines. Don't put me on the spot. Let's change the subject. I think we should have a shot. I think it's time for a shot. And yes, Mogodu is a Sotho word, isn't it? Okay, cool. Libizzo vibes. They say Libizzo Samantha. Okay, cool. Are you married? So, 22908. I'm so sorry if I pronounced that wrong. This is the thing. Like, I hate to sound like an asshole, but we need to start implementing underscores. I think it's really important that we say it's compulsory to have an underscore in your name so that we can say Sam Lihoko. Okay, so there was a question, about if I'm married, and I was like hinting earlier that, it's a must. I think, back in the day, I didn't ever want to get married, but I liked the idea of marriage. Like, okay, you do the whole wedding, you plan it, you get to the altar, and just before it's time to say I do, you get the fuck out, So, like, I like the idea of, like, planning a wedding and getting married, but, like, sorry, And now I think, yes, I absolutely love, the whole process, right? Of meeting someone and falling in love and building, something really beautiful. And then, we get to the, will you be mine forever? It's one thing to like say it, like in our letters here, like, oh, you are my forever. And, but we need that thing. So I would love to get married one day. I really would love to get married, right? Do I love having kids? As in having them now, like, alive and stuff? I'm a bit worried about this question. But yes, I do absolutely I love my children. I love being a mother. And I think it's quite important to look at everything that happens in your life as a blessing. Yes, also as a lesson, but totally, love that. Okay, love the idea of a wedding and the glitz and the glamour, but also scared of the permanency. Oh, one word, girl, divorce. 2 words, break up. 1 word, run away. Also 1 word, forfeit. Oh my fuck. Will there be Mogodu at your wedding? Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think so. We gotta cater to all. But the Mogodu will be in like a thing like this. Okay? So at my wedding, we will definitely serve Mogodu, but just in this like a canopy of Mogodu, if that's okay with you. Sanzarino. Yes, this is my natural hair. So I always love this topic because, you know, there are times where I'm like, oh, look at this girl, you know, hair on fleek, body on fleek, face on fleek, like everything is just so on fleek. And then I'm like, oh, fuck, wait a minute. Weave game, which I don't have. So I was like, oh, fuck, I'm just, you know. And I think that being a woman is such a beautiful thing, but it's also like so difficult as well, you know. It's like, it's so crazy, you know. You've gotta, you know, maintain your body, your hair, your face, your nails, you know. I'm at that stage as well where I would kill to just do hands and feet right now, even a Hollywood wax, you know. That's very imperative as well. And yes, I'd love to go and get my hair done as well. So this is my natural hair, right? I tried to curl it earlier, but shit, I was not successful, right? I think maybe now we can add the hat, right? Yeah, should we do that? Okay, I'm just sorry. I tried to do the curls thing, but obviously didn't work. So yes, this is my natural hair. Remember we did say in Annexure B, paragraph 2, section 5, that, you know, got the hair from the mother, right? No, I was feeling the neat look today. Okay. So yes, this is my natural hair, thank you. I do have siblings. I have 3 brothers. So the oldest brother, without saying too much, is 38. Oh, just gave his age away. Fuck. I think he's 38. Not good. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Right, so I've got a really old brother. No, sorry. I've got an older brother. I'm so sorry. Oh, so sorry. I have an older brother. And then, boom. So his name is Mushomi. Then I've got Mojak Lihoko. I love that guy because, I mean, I love the other brother as well, but, you know, just if we're talking about Mojak, I love him because, I mean, this guy is a qualified quantity surveyor, right? And he was like, fuck, I want to do comedy. And he's like the epitome of really doing what you love and following your dreams, right? So, you know, here you have this guy, and it's probably going to sound like terrible, but I'm like, oh, quantity surveyor, you just count bricks, cool. Can't be that complicated, you know? Just count how many bricks you need and build a house, I guess. But no, it's like comedian, you know, following his passion. I mean, he's extremely intelligent, and I really, really love the fact that, you know, he is always pushing this passion, you know, like trying new ways of putting himself out there. And, you know, he's even cool to, like, you know, just be a script writer, you know, and, you know, as long as he has like input, I mean, he's happy. So big shout out to him. And then it's me, obviously, you know, the favorite amongst the 4, right? So it's me, Rahari, and then my youngest brother, Sintle, who will be 23 this year. Not me, right? So, yeah, I've got siblings, 3 brothers, only girl. As far as I know, they're all taken, you know? Yes, I think. Well, Mojak definitely is. I shouldn't say that. Yes, Mojak is my brother. Same dad. Right. Yeah, he's and you know what's nice about, you know, like I'm not even biased, you know, like there's times where, I mean, I'm literally watching all of Mojak's shows and I'm like, fuck, Mo, I've heard these jokes, right? And then I'm like, but they're still good. And then I see him improv, right? And he's just like talking to random people in the audience, and just, it's crazy. He's such a great, you know, improv guy. What's the title for an improv guy? But yeah, he's great. I think he's really, really awesome. And then Sintlele Hoko from Metro FM. No, that is my cousin. We are related. That's my cousin. And then there's also a Tabiso Lihoko, also on radio. We are also related, but like distant vibes, right? So, Team Bukwena. Thank you. I think we gotta go back to some of the topics and the questions, right? So I'm using one phone, to talk to you, and then I've got this other phone for the questions, right? So growth without losing yourself in the industry. That's also a really cool one. Missed that one. Growth without losing yourself in the industry. Whew, that's tough. How do we answer this for 5 marks? I won't even lie. To cut the long story short, I definitely lost myself when I was in the industry. It swallowed me whole, and I found myself, at my lowest point, not once, not even twice, maybe 3 or 4 times, right? And because I think everything was just happening, too fast. Like, imagine being on YFM and then going to Metro within 6 months, going from regional to national. I mean, I got to YFM and, people had been there for 5-10 years already, and the ass was still there. And I was like, these people are so talented. They have, everything that I, still think I need to become a great personality, a great radio jock, right? So a lot happened in my career at a very, very quick, pace, if that's correct. And, I think that, I was really, really grateful for the support from my family, because, if they hadn't picked me up and guided me and supported me, I probably wouldn't even be alive. I probably wouldn't be here, being able to live a beautiful, healthy life and to see my children grow up and to have a conversation with everyone here, I think life is such a beautiful thing, and we take that shit for granted, why, fuck your life up when there's so many beautiful things out there, to still explore and discover. People are terrible, but they're also great, right? And, we coexist. We need each other to live. We need each other to learn. We need each other to become better people, right? So, I guess I'm also one of those people who didn't want to, be a part of the toxicity, right? It's like, who am I? This is who I am. Cool. I might have only figured that out now, which is totally fine, And I think also, I've been very hard on myself. I forget that I'm still young, I'm only 30 next year, right? So, just gave my age away. So it's like I still have many more years to make mistakes. I still have more time to, learn and I guess try new things, right? So there's no rush, yes. On the one hand, it's like YOLO, let's finish this now because we don't know if it bullshit. But at the same time, you've got to just also take things one day at a time, and you've got to, say that, yes, one day I will get to this point. One day I will be a better mother, or one day I will be a better, artist, or one day I will be a better singer, this bullshit of just rushing into things, it must stop. Know what I mean? Okay, cool. So, take one day at a time and stay positive. And I really think that, we have to embrace this time, right? We have to embrace the fact that, this might be our last batch of alcohol. Oh, Ghana, they said, you've got to go buy alcohol according to the first letter of your surname. I am L, so I think I'm sort of part of the first batch. I mean, I think it's ridiculous that, we're spending 3 to 5K on 6 bottles of the first number of booze. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So I've been asked, are you still on radio? I am not. I do, once in a while do a couple of stand-ins on Mix FM. which is awesome, which is really fun. And I'd like to think that everybody tuned in, and the people who follow me and love what I do know that I'm very genuine. I'm super authentic. I'm just gonna blow some steam up my fucking ass. But I've always loved, I studied ethics in varsity, so I'm all about that good and bad, yes and no, right and wrong bullshit, right? And, nowhere near, that pool of racist assholes, right? So, here I am on Mix FM, predominantly white, audience, but coming in with a different perspective, coming in as a woman, as a black female, and doing great radio just as maybe the older white male is doing, right? And I would love to see, more of that just in commercial radio, especially in this country. Like, we don't care. Like, if I was the president of South African radio, let's fucking start there. Cool. If I was the president of South African radio, I'd be like, cool, who wants to be on radio? Cool, let's stand in a line. I'm not even gonna bother separating boys and girls. I don't actually give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how old you are. It would be nice if you're young, but who wants to be on radio? Come. And let's hear what you got. I don't care if you just matriculated. I don't give a fuck if you have no followers. I don't care if you're, not a makeup artist, or a blogger. I don't give a fuck. What I care about is, are you passionate? You know what I mean? Are you willing to grow? Are you willing to sit with me and co-host a show with me and make good radio, right? And also understand your target audience. You know what I mean? And it's about, when I'm on radio, when I'm on television, I'm thinking about the other person on the other side of this mic. I don't give a fuck about my problems. I don't give a fuck about the industry. I don't care if people disagree with me. I could not give a fuck. But what I do really, really care about is that one person on the other end that's like, I needed this. I needed somebody to talk to me. I'm not going to be like, oh, good morning, guys. I'm saying to you, how are you doing? Tell me your story. I want you to call me. I want you to be a part of this. You know what I mean? So if I was the president of radio, I wouldn't give a fuck about, oh, you are so influential. And oh, you are also on TV and you are on Netflix and Showmax. And you have 6,000, you have a fucking G-Wagon. I don't give a fuck, And if I could turn back the hands of time, I'd probably go back to YFM. I'd go back to YFM, kick more ass, and talk to young people, because I'm super passionate about that. I love, and I know I'm the youth also. I'm also the youth, but right. So anyway, fuck the clout. Praise the talent, okay? I had so much fun on my first Instagram live. It is official. My makeup actually looks great tonight. I won't even lie. It's not like it's light here and then darker here. I think I did very well, right? And yeah, so if you loved my Instagram live, you can take a snapshot or a screenshot, right? I have to give you this opportunity. So in 5 seconds, take a screenshot. Post it on my... Tag me. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, screenshot. Probably that's not the best side. 1, 2, 3, screenshot. Oh no, probably shouldn't take a screenshot of that. Okay, so I have 1 minute remaining of my Instagram. My Instagram live, I'm going to do this, I'm going to try and do it as often as possible, right? Solid makeup. Yes! Hello! You see the shine on the nose? So I'm going to try and do this as often as I can. It is going to be called Off the Cuff. Off the Cuff. Because, of course, this is off the cuff, and we're just going to have a great time. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to do this again tomorrow. Just got to ask babes if it's cool, right? And I'm so happy that you guys made this so fun for me. I really, really do love each and every single one of you. And send some topic suggestions. Like, send me some stuff that you want to talk about. Like, I'm totally cool with everything. And I'll definitely save the live for you to watch. Thank you so much. Lots of love. I will see you soon. 3 seconds remaining. 2 seconds remaining.